Hello, my movie peeps. I recently just got done watching the latest thriller coming out this weekend, Missing. And with Missing, we have a spiritual sequel to the 2018 film titled Searching, not really connecting in terms of their story, but following a similar theme of a person who goes missing, this time around our main character's mother, leaving her teenage daughter to do anything and everything she can with the power of her laptop to try and find her missing mom. And that's all pretty much say without giving any spoilers to you guys. This will be a spoiler-free review. When it comes to Missing, super excited for it. A lot of that has to do because the first film, Searching, that came out in 2018 starring John Cho and was directed by Anish Chaganty, was a major surprise. A lot of people were not expecting much of this movie. It kind of flew under the radar. I think it's an underrated gem, but if you actually took the time to see this movie, you know it's one of the better films to utilize that whole screen recording gimmick. And I guess I don't entirely blame some people for not being interested in that type of filmmaking where it looks like you're just looking at a computer screen the whole movie. How can that be entertaining? Let me tell you, it's very entertaining. Searching did it magnificently, and I just remember having such a blast with that movie. So when they announced they were going to do a spiritual sequel, not necessarily continuing the story of Searching, telling a brand new one just with a similar theme, I was pumped. I was like, yeah, give me more of this. This is really fun. Then I grew a little hesitant when the director of the first movie did not come back for this sequel. I wanted them back because I thought they made that whole screen recording gimmick not feel like a gimmick. It was very natural in the film and had my attention the entire way through. But with all that now said, walking out of Missing, winner, winner, chicken dinner, we got another banger. Now, I am going to say Searching is the better of the two, but when I tell you Missing is on the same level as Searching, I mean it. This movie had me on the edge of my seat all the way through. It really wastes no time with setting up its characters, its situations, how the world has kind of evolved from the 2018 setting, because although that was only a few years ago, a lot's changed. I really like that Missing, although telling a similar story, didn't just retread some of the best moments of the last movie, just with different twists and turns. But no, these new directors, Nicholas D. Johnson and Will Merrick, managed to keep it feeling fresh. They did some new and creative things that Searching did not do that I really appreciated this time around. They were even pretty relevant with some of the material they were handling. The other thing I really like about the way Searching and Missing tell their story is it also just gives you an idea of how reliable technology is right in front of us. Some who might not go see the movie think it's literally just the webcam showing you what's going on, a screen recording. It also shows you how you can get a lot of stuff done by just sitting at your computer. That's like the eye-opening part of the whole experience watching this movie go down. Storm Reid, who plays our main character here, is fantastic in the role. She gives a great performance and just very believable in the story that starts unfolding because surprisingly, this one is very emotional. This is one of the reasons I kind of enjoy this screen recording gimmick that some movies do because it almost adds a level of realism or you really immerse yourself this is a real story I'm watching. I'm peeking in through the webcam of this girl. I'm seeing her search history, the steps she's taking to try and find her mom. Because the creative team did such a good job like the last movie in keeping your attention with all the stuff happening on screen, you start to almost feel like this is real. This is actually happening. You really want to see this girl find her mom, which was one of the beautiful moments of the first movie. You really wanted to see that father find his daughter. I also want to give major props to the pacing of this movie. It runs an hour and 51 minutes long, but I kid you not, it felt like an hour and 10 minutes. Once the story gets going and everything is established, which happens after the first 10 minutes, you are just thrown into this whirlwind of a situation, and every plot point, every twist, every new piece of information just keeps you guessing to what is actually going on here. That's what I find so fun about these kinds of movies, is that you're trying to guess what the outcome is, what the reveal is, and although I'll say maybe some people will guess one aspect of the twist, I feel like the opening kind of makes it obvious to what the twist could be. There's still some more layers and surprises in there for you that I think will keep you very satisfied. Getting to something else I was mentioning about this movie, how it feels very relevant, something that the first film did great is that whenever the daughter goes missing, the entire school was pretending that they were their best friend, that everybody knew her, that, oh, we hope we find her, being fake, something that I do think happens in real life. Well, this movie tackles their own version of that, kind of touching upon those TikTok detectives, people who can open up a murder case on their laptop and think that they're going to solve it instead of cops and other people. And that's just something I bring up because, again, the constant thing I hear with movies like Missing and Searching is oh, this feels so outdated, like a 2010 movie screen recording on a laptop. Get that out of here. I know it feels gimmicky, but these movies actually do it pretty damn well compared to other films. Now, obviously, you could tell I really enjoyed myself with this one here, and I do recommend it, but like I was mentioning at the top, it's still not as good as the first movie for a couple of reasons. For one, I'll say this time around, its story was a little bit stretched out in its believability. The first film did such a good job with being able to believe that this could actually happen. This could be a real thing, and everything we're seeing unfold could be a real case. With Missing, it feels that way at first, and then once you start to get to the reveal, the twist, more information, you're like, yeah, I don't think the internet works that way, or I don't think you could do that. That's kind of stretching the capabilities of your laptop, but all right. It's not super exaggerated, but enough where you start to question it like, okay, well, I'll let that slide. On that same subject, when you get to the third act and you get revealed what's actually going on, who's behind all of this, it felt more like a Lifetime movie. Like everything up until the big reveal and the discovery of what's going on, I was like fully invested and so hooked on. And then when it got revealed, I was like, this feels like we just downgraded to another movie. I'm not going to say like you'll be 100% dissatisfied with the ending. I think a lot of people will be satisfied with the way it unravels and its reveals, but I don't know, it just kind of did feel like a downgrade to what they were building up towards. Still, I think most people are going to have a great time with this. It is just a fun, enjoyable watch. If you want to be on the edge of your seat, thrilled for the majority of this movie, kind of having some fun with your friends going, oh, they look guilty. Now they're guilty. They're innocent. Who knows? This is the perfect kind of movie to get invested into that. And if they can continue with this level of quality, give me a whole series of these. I love watching these kind of movies. So for Missing, I'm gonna give Action 2.5 stars. You are watching it through the webcam of someone's laptop. There's not a lot of chasing, running, people fighting, but don't take that to mean that there aren't some thrilling moments. A lot of that will happen towards the end. Comedy in the movie, I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars. It's mainly serious all the way through, but they do inject some moments of humor. None of it was really bad. It's just far and few in between, but you will get a couple of good laughs throughout the film. Drama in the movie, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. I really did enjoy the story they were telling here. It was different enough from the first film. My main gripes just come with the reveal and discovery of what's going on. It was enjoyable, but it felt kind of like, really, that's what we were building up to? Horror in the movie, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. There's not necessarily like jump scares or like some sort of demon coming at you, but just putting yourself in that situation, feeling the pain of our main character, I think is scary, and the movie presents it in a way that you'd be terrified if that happened to you. And suspense movie, I'm gonna give it 4 stars. These kind of movies just know how to grip you into their story, literally keep you on the edge of your seat, so you can definitely expect your eyeballs to stay on the screen. Casual fans into this world, I'm gonna give it an A+. Cinephiles, I'm gonna give it a B-, and critically, I'm going to give it a B-. For Missing, it's a high recommendation that you go out and watch this in theaters. Let me know if you're someone who's going to go check out Missing, and if you did see the movie, what did you think of the ending, the way it played out? Would you watch more of these kind of movies? Also, your opinion on the screen recording gimmick. Do you think it's outdated, or it kind of deters you from wanting to see a movie when you see that in a trailer? Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films, or on TikTok at 3C Films, but as always, I'm Chris, take care.